Ice Spice was in the news.
Ice Spice.
Yes, she was slapped up quick.
You
Outside
really call
of
that
a
slapped up?
yeah, she got slapped, but she held it down.
Blinded.
She held it down.
She was in the Valley, did Coachella. She's in LA for a bit. And for whatever reason, she decides to go to Mickey D's, okay? And yeah, she goes there. And for whatever reason, she decides that she's going to sit inside. Now, I got to be honest with y'all. Like, I know the new term that everybody likes using on TikTok, especially hoes. Oh, I want a side quest. No. Going to McDonald's, especially as a celebrity, sitting inside, eating a meal, I don't care what time it is. That's not a side quest. That's called a death trap and a death wish, okay? That's basically what this is. You get what I'm saying? I would actually put this up there as maybe even more riskier than going to that place that PNB Rock, God rest his soul, went, which was, where'd he go? The chicken and waffle spot. Or what was that, Crenshaw? Or wherever the hell that was in LA. Basically, going to any McDonald's. Any. Matter of fact, I'll just say this. If you go to a McDonald's and the ice cream machine don't work, you basically just walked in a casket if you about to just sit there and eat food.
Yeah, so that was Academics giving his commentary on the Ice Spice altercation.
But the thing about it, what did I just say last week?
What's that?
I just said, you YNs, when you make $1 million clean money, you are no longer a regular Joe or Mary. And people is not going to treat you as such.
Yeah, but see, this is different because
how is different?
Sometimes
you can't go out.
Celebrity doesn't want to feel like sometimes you
you can't go out as you can tell. Look, she minding her business, talking to her girlfriend. This random ass chick, Cena came in and started swinging on her.
The thing is this: security.
Right.
Where's security?
Where was it?
Exactly. So
that's
what I'm saying. So when you go in these, you can still go in these establishments.
Right. You can't go as a regular person.
You know why I say that's the scary part? Because just because Ice was still like holding her ground, but I could tell Ice wasn't really giving it all her what she got because she was reading the room. She like, all right, if I really react, who's gonna come for me? She looking at everybody she don't know. She looking at the person that she's with that's not with her for real. Then she looking at that guy. That guy that got so big, like he wanted something out of her. Who raised him? Who's him? You know? God bless him.
What Buddha say last week? What lets you know that I'm not a street no more or I'm surpassed that?
Yeah.
No, I've got security.
Yeah.
Security lets you know I bypassed that.
Listen.
So she was in the wrong for her security not being around.
Trying to be a regular. You ain't regular. You ain't real by sitting here or I'm walking with no security. You dumb. Because the thing that you got to understand is you are valuable more than anybody that you come in contact with. They wake up and probably the next day they don't give a f*** they live. You, on the other hand, you got plenty to live for.
But we're not going to blame her, though, because it's not her fault.
It is her fault.
No, it's not her fault.
I'm talking about Ice Spice.
Yeah,
it is her fault because you know you are a celebrity. You are a well-known celebrity.
Has nothing to do
it
with
does.
You sitting there and somebody attacking.
I get that, but
it can't be your fault.
It is your fault because if you know that people knows you, you know that you've gotten death threats, all that shit, crazy fans, all that shit. You know, as a celebrity, whether it's entertainment, sports, or just a politician, or you're an active community member in your community, you have to keep your head on a swivel.
Gonna be here all day. We asking Ice Spice why was she sitting at McDonald's and where was her security? That's not even the point. Why do people feel so comfortable walking up on people doing weird stuff like that? Now, if you ask me, the woman that walked up on her and that dude that was outside doing the most, I really wish the worst possible outcome would have happened to them. Because that's the only way people will understand. Like, you shouldn't just be out here doing stuff like that. You walking up on the table trying to sit with some folks that's minding their own business. Ain't doing nothing to you. Why she in McDonald's? It doesn't matter.
After this attack that happened in LA, her lawyer decided to speak out and say, of course, it was unprovoked, and said that they're pursuing legal actions against the attacker. And
Yeah,
Did y'all get an opportunity to see the video of the attacker speak her piece?
Yeah.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there. And I'm like, oh, for real? So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, why are you over here? You could leave. Bye. And I'm like, you know what? Where are you from? She said, I'm from New York. So I said, let me tell you something. I don't care where you from. I'm like, you in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, oh, I'm not in the mood or something, right? Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then she calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her. And then so I got escorted out to McDonald's.
So yeah, this woman who spoke on it and sent the video to TMZ claims Ice Spice was rude and admitted to approaching her again after being escorted out. Now, the video didn't sync up with the audio that we heard on the surveillance footage. This woman came into Ice Spice's booth. Face booth. Tried to sit, I guess. She threw her ass in her friend's face. Right. I'm like, what was that about?
She tried to sit down, but the friend wouldn't slide over.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden she asked, you from Cali? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Asking her. The video, she's trying to play victim, and the video clearly, audio and the video clearly, so she's the aggressor.
Yes. Okay, so this woman's name is, it happens to mention she's a rapper.
Of course she is.
Her, real name, Isis Gaston. Yeah, so she was the one with the gray hoodie and just decided to swing on Ice. And
clout chase.
Yeah, it'll be in her song. It'll be in her next song.
Plus, why would you want to eat at McDonald's?
I mean, you know, they outside of that, it is. I mean, yeah, who still
Sometimes
do eat at McDonald's?
Like to be
I've only ate at McDonald's if I was like at work and McDonald's was nearby.
Some people, we trash McDonald's, but
you do
some good.
Anytime a burger lasts 20-something years.
No, I'm not mad at you eating McDonald's.
The fish sandwich is still banging.
No, I'm not. She can eat where she wants. I'm just saying I wouldn't sit in the McDonald's and eat McDonald's.
Because she want to be regular. She want her fans to know that she's one of them.
People don't care about celebrity anymore. In fact, now, you're more likely to get messed with. Whether it's Ice Spice getting slapped at a McDonald's or TMZ getting photos and videos of Congress people on vacation. And you know what? Good. The celebrity culture has to go away, bro. I don't want more things like that to happen, except for the thing with Congress. That can keep going. But I'm honestly of the opinion that people seeing how touchable a lot of these celebrities are is a good thing.
And
I'm sorry, if you're a celebrity, you need drive-thru.
And a friend didn't even help.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna say this: old girl in the gray hoodie swung. She was gonna be food if dude behind her didn't grab her. Because when she slapped Ice Spice, the drink spilled, and she lost her footing and almost fell. And the dude grabbed her from behind and prevented her from falling. If she fell, Ice Spice could have jumped off that table and stomped her.
She probably would have felt awkward and. So.
But
I don't think she would have killed herself.
No, I'm talking.
I know how you like. She could have fell backwards and bang. I don't think that.
Hit something. You never know.
Well, it would have been on camera.
Of course, it would have been her fault. That's all I was saying. It would have been her fault.
And I see the girl who attacked Ice Spice at McDonald's sitting up here trying to plead her case. And my thing is, baby, like, what? You was dead ass wrong. Then she's sitting up here trying to make all these excuses, talking about, oh, Ice Spice was being rude and da da da. Baby, did we watch the same video? She wasn't rude. She just genuinely confused why you coming up to her on that. Like, we could see what type of timing you was on. You don't go up to nobody like that, especially nobody that you don't know. You don't know her from a campaign. What the f*** are you going up to her for to begin with? And I know from what I watched, it was like a 10-second conversation. That girl made it seem like they was talking for like 2 minutes. Baby, y'all spoke for like 10 seconds. It's giving you was just jealous. Be for real.
You don't know, like, Ice Spice knows she's.
You have to have security.
She knows she. But I saw a streamer get stole off on.
Yes,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
a well-known streamer. The point is, if you are known and people know you, you got to be careful. Your head got to be on the swivel. Simple. If you put in, let me say this. If you put in thousands of hours into your craft and people notice what you do and you are famous for that shit, you are no longer a regular person. Sorry.
Yeah, now with this Ice Spice situation, she has actually responded to the video with some humor and said this wouldn't have happened at Wendy's. Yeah, but they actually reported this to the LAPD, and they will be pursuing all avenues to hold the perpetrators responsible for their actions, both criminally and civilly.
The way Ice Spice handled that girl at McDonald's was so amazing. She was like, I'm from McDonald's. No, actually, I'm from Wendy's, because girl said brand deal first. I thought that was wonderful. And also now she's suing that girl. She says this would never have happened at a Wendy's.
Because dumbass went to TMZ. You telling on yourself. Like, she wanted notice. She wanted to be noticed.
Yeah.
She got it. You got it.
Yeah, that's a part of this narcissistic generation where people think
You got prom. You got to see me. You got to see me.
Look at
generation.
me, CB.
Yeah.
I want to go viral.